Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another video. Here on the channel, one of our main goals is to give you guys more privacy online, and we do that by recommending you great VPNs to use in which you can save your money and get the best privacy. However, there are also other components to online privacy, like protecting your real life identity so other people can't find it out and start harassing you or causing you trouble IRL. Basically, when someone finds out your real name IRL, it's called being doxxed. They could find out your real name, tell it to other people, encourage people to harass you, and in worst case scenario, they can even swat you, which could get the police involved. And if the people get caught, they could even go to jail for swatting you, and it's definitely happened with other YouTubers before. Most of the time, people doxing you doesn't result in swatting, however. So if you're super worried about being swatted, probably don't worry about it. However, it could happen. Probably the most likely thing that will happen from someone finding out your real name and doxing you online is just there might be some harassment involved or bullying, which in and of itself is a bad thing. So in this video, our main purpose is to help you not get doxed, but we're also going to help you figure out what to do if you have been doxed already. The primary thing you need to do is prevent people from finding out your real life name. And we're going to discuss how to do that in this video. Number one, I first want to talk about those people who have already been doxed, because I think those people watching this video are probably in the most danger. If you've already been doxed, if someone's already found out your real life name, started spreading it around, started harassing you online, posted your address, your phone numbers, even maybe gotten some pictures of you, that is a difficult situation. The main thing you want to do is remove everything about yourself online associated with your real life name as much as possible. Hopefully someone hasn't found out your address or any of that stuff associated with your in real life name. However, that could also be possible. Whether you've had your real life name exposed and not the other information, or if you've had your real life name exposed as well as information like your address, phone number, and emails, you should try to remove everything about your real life name online that you can find. Or even if you haven't had anything exposed, it's a good precautionary measure to remove what could be found before someone else can find it. This basically means that websites like white pages will host your name and associated information about you. However, besides white pages, there's also like 40 to 50 other websites that also host information about yourself online, just because these websites are kind of stupid, corrupt, and a lot of times they're trying to get you to buy other services or pay them to remove information about you. In fact, one of the grossest examples of this is a website called that'sthem.com. This website seems designed just to extort information about people. Take, for example, this person's information. You could find yourself on this website, annoyingly enough, and if you click on this thing that says hide my data, you would think that it leads you to an opt-out form or something like that. However, if you click on the link, it just takes you to this website called Zorro, which is an affiliate for That's Them. So essentially, this website is making money off broadcasting your data and trying to get you to remove it. So honestly, that seems pretty corrupt to me. However, that said, most every one of these websites has some kind of opt-out form in which you can request to have your information deleted from their website, since it's kind of like some kind of legal necessity that they have to have on the website. However, most of these websites don't make it easy for you, and since there's so many, it can be a huge hassle removing information about yourself online from data brokers like white pages that basically make it so someone can look up your real life name and find your address, phone numbers, family members, and stuff like that. So if someone's found out your real life name, you want to remove that information as quick as possible. Or if someone's already found out your real life name and that information, you want to remove it so maybe they didn't save it on their computer, or they can't remember it, or other people can't find it later on down the line. That's kind of the best you could do at that point. Now, you can go each one of these websites and opt out, like I said already. However, I prefer using a tool called dataseal.io. This is a website where you can pay monthly or yearly, and you can pay them to pretty much go to all these websites and remove the data about yourself associated with your real life name. So essentially, if someone looks up your real life name on one of these websites, they're not going to find any information about you with your current address and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Now, I've tested out a number of these services. In fact, there's several of them out there, stuff like Delete Me and stuff like that. And while these services can work okay, I found that dataseal.io is better. It has a better interface, it removes it from more websites. The people at the company seem a little bit more friendly, and overall, I just think it's a better product in terms of being objective about it. You can use code TOMSPARK5 to get around 5% off, which is really good. It's my favorite one of these services because it's more transparent in the pricing model. You can choose to pay monthly or yearly, whereas competitive services like Delete Me only let you pay yearly around $120 up front, which can be intimidating to a lot of people. Dataseal.io is better in that it gives you the option to pay month to month or yearly depending on your budget, and it's also cheaper, especially with the code TomSpark5. You'll get a good discount there. In fact, I negotiated with them to lower my affiliate commission that I will receive from you clicking on the link to give you guys that discount code. That just goes to show you how much I want to get you guys the best deal. So there you go. So once you've removed information about yourself from data brokers, you're already off to a really good step. However, now I kind of want to talk about people who maybe haven't gotten doxxed yet or worried that they could be doxxed. Maybe your real life name hasn't been published yet. So what should you do to prevent that from happening, or prevent it from happening in the case that something could be happening? Maybe someone found stuff out about you. Well, number one, don't make up an online identity. Don't use a consecutive online identity across different platforms. If your kind of name online is like something like notebook user or something like that, or something like Blue Cow 13, don't use the name Blue Cow 13 on Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, Discord. If you do that, it will make someone able to kind of track you from different websites and find more information about you that you might have revealed about yourself. You want to have a different identity for each platform, which makes it much harder for someone to kind of track you down. That's very important. Number two, to prevent yourself from being doxxed or someone finding out your real life name, it's really important not to reveal personal information about yourself to anyone online that you don't know in real life. No matter how much you trust or like these people, you never know when they might turn their back on you and reveal this information, or might even become hostile to you and dox you. Once your real life name is out there on the internet, it's really hard to remove, even though you can remove the information, like I said before, about you in real life. So to prevent your real life name from getting out there in the first place, try not to tell anyone personal information that could lead them to discover who you are. Don't tell people where you live, even like the city. Try to make it up. Try to make up information that makes it harder for them to ascertain who you are in real life. It's fine to lie about these things, and don't be worried that people will be offended if they found out you're lying. Just say, you're trying to remain anonymous online just for your own safety. And if people don't understand that, they're not really worth being friends with anyways. So use fake names, fake birthdays, pretty much everything fake about you that you can. Next up, I think it's important to realize that you probably should be hiding your IP address while online. If you use certain services, if you join certain game servers, if you look at certain websites, certain forums, if you are in a situation where people are logging IP addresses or able to view IP addresses, they can't see your generalized location unless you're using a VPN. You can even just leave a comment on some websites or forums and people can see the generalized location of where you are. So let's say you're based in Texas and you're based in a small town in Texas. If you leave a comment on some forum and you piss someone off or so they don't like it, they could pretty much see that you're in that small town in Texas. They can't see exactly where, like which apartment complex, but they can generally see where you are, and that can be a dangerous way to get doxxed or find out who you generally are. So keep that in mind. Make sure to use a VPN if you are worried about that. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm the VPN guy here on YouTube. I've almost reviewed every single one, and you can check out my tier list on vpntierlist.com. Lastly, one good thing you can do to prevent yourself from getting doxxed online is do not sign up for services using your main email address. Additionally, don't use email addresses that have your real name in them. This is kind of like common sense, but a lot of people have to have college email addresses and stuff like that. So make sure to have a specific anonymous email to sign up for things that's not related to your main kind of core accounts. That way, if websites have data leaks and stuff like that, your main email will not be exposed. So that's definitely the way to go. I would recommend even using a private encrypted email service for the most security and privacy that you can get, since Google and all those services are collecting data about you and have data leaks all the time. So using a private encrypted email service can prevent you from being in these data leak scenarios, as well as giving more privacy and security overall. My top two recommended here on the channel for that are Private Mail and C Templar. Both are excellent services, and you can get discounts and the best prices in the description down below as well for those ones. Private mail is probably my go-to a little bit more. It's a little bit more consistent, more tried and true. And you can use code TomSpark to get an amazing deal on that one. So check that out. Link down in the description down below, or just go to privatemail.com. Anyways, guys, that's about it for some of my recommended products, recommended tips and tricks for keeping yourself anonymous online without being doxxed. You know, like I said, if your IRL information or if your IRL name is out there already, it's best to remove all that data as quick as possible. It's also good to remove that data before someone finds out your name in the first place, and you can do that very quickly with dataseal.io. Anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions about being doxxed or if you're worried about something, and I'll try to help you out there as much as possible. See you in the next video very soon.